What it is, what it do, man. Welcome to episode 11 of T3MU TV Sports Show. It's your host, Niro.
It's your boy, Rock. What's going on, Niro? What's going on?
What's good? We got John back.
Round.
Yes, sir. This is like round shit 5, 6.
I don't even count no more.
You feel me?
They on double digits now. We back though.
Ain't no need, you know what I'm saying? Let's throw applause. We all up in here. It's gonna get lit today, you know what I'm saying? But how y'all been, man? Everything good?
Oh man, I can't complain. The weather's been nice. You know, that's when it's good to live in Boston. When
Except
you don't
today.
hate it, you know? Yeah, except for this week. This week's been tough. But before that, we got a little sprinkle of what summer's gonna be like, so that's always nice.
Facts, which is good.
A little sample.
Absolutely. How you, Rock?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm feeling good. Everything going good. It's been a good week, bro. Some good shit happening. I feel like I say this every week. You know what I'm saying? But good shit be happening. So I'm just blessed. I'm taking everything that come with it, dog.
Hey, keep that positivity pushing.
Yeah, hell yeah. So everything's good, dog. Yeah, I'm ready for today though. I know, you know what I'm saying. I know you got some shit going on.
Yeah.
We got some shit to talk about.
Absolutely. But did y'all check out the Met Gala? Anything y'all into that or nah?
Nah, I ain't really into all that.
I seen some fits and whatnot.
I seen some fits, but I ain't really into
bed sheets and all that. Still bed sheets. Be like,
but if I got invited, I definitely would go.
Oh hell yeah!
You know what I'm saying? I definitely would go.
And I'm wearing something crazy too.
Yeah.
John up there with that shit on.
Facts.
Throwing on the bed sheet with the cowboy boots. Here I go. I'm right here.
Pull the curtain down. All right.
You know,
a little scarf.
You feel me? Shit. Get right. You know what I mean? Okay. So y'all ain't in the Diddy trial neither, right? I'm just making a couple piss stops before we get into the sports. But y'all good on that, right? Ain't nobody tuning into that.
Nah.
I know they did jury selection or whatever, but that's all I heard.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? We ain't screaming. I ain't gonna go there. Okay, let's get on to our quick hitters, man. Quick hitters. We here. Most improved player, Dyson Daniels. He won, since we've been, not recording, since we've last been in the studio. He's won most improved player. Yesterday. Oh, also I want to do rookie of the year, Stephon Castle as well.
Yep. Saw that.
Coach of the year, Kenny Atkins, which I thought should have went to JB or E-May. I feel like, but 64. I mean, you win 64 games, bro.
I thought it was deserving. He deserved that shit.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's y'all thoughts on the awards that I just named?
Now, Dyson, I thought he should have won DOP.
You
know what I mean? But they gave him an award, so, give him credit for something. I guess he got something. But I thought he was more of the defensive player of the year.
Facts. He was strapping.
Yeah, he was.
Strapping.
He really was. Three steals a game is crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's OD. And this time, too?
Bro.
Yeah.
That's OD. So, I thought he should have won that, but they gave it to Mobley, who, he's had a great season. We can't deny that. I thought he could have won most improved, possibly, and they could have switched the two, but,
Baby KG.
But so that's the only way I thought about that. Kenny deserved his. I thought, because none of us really saw the Cavs doing what they did this year. They pretty much dominated the regular season.
You did.
I didn't see this shit coming.
You did.
I didn't either.
You didn't see this? You saw this shit coming?
Hell no. I thought this shit was a fluke. Even when they started with the record, I'm like, They
were, a fourth seed last year?
Yeah,
fourth.
I mean, you can look to improve. You know what I'm saying? The East ain't that crazy. It ain't that deep, so.
You're right. But I didn't think they would finish above the C's.
That's true.
I did not think that.
I would say that as well. I didn't think they would finish above the C's, so. Yeah. Same for you?
Yeah, I would say I agree. I think most improved, I could see that for Dyson Daniels.
Yeah.
I would say I like that. For for him, he did have a good year. Atlanta, they had a chance to get into the postseason, and like he was a huge part of that, and everything like that. So I would say, rightfully so to him. Kenny Atkinson as well. 60-win games, coming back from being an assistant coach, and before that, what was he at? He was in he was with the Hornets, right?
I think so. Somewhere over there.
Yeah, so he finally, I guess he got to show what he could do if he got, some talented players. So, and I think
he coached the Sixers before too, right? Or am I bugging?
I'm not too sure. You definitely.
Is he the one that has that close relationship with Ben Simmons? As a coach, I think
he might. Yeah, I know he's been around though.
Yeah, he's around.
Had some pit stops in the league.
Yeah, he definitely have.
Yeah, but now those are good. those are good situations, man. Definitely. You know what I mean? It went to the right person. I did have Evan Mobley for defensive player of the year. His you know what I'm saying, his presence and everything like that. And again, they won 60 plus games, so it's hard to, you know what I'm saying, give that to someone else. So
Nah, I feel you. Well, with me, man, I felt like the coach of the year should have went to JB Bickerstaff or Ime. No shot at Kenny Atkins. Great coach. Did what he was supposed to. Got Cleveland, 3 spots ahead, and the number 1 seed, and they're still in the off. So kudos to you on that, man. But I thought JB, man.
Yeah, JB.
That's my winner, bro.
That's like 1A to me because he did a crazy job. Crazy. Where they were last year to where they are now. Night and day. Come on.
Feel me?
Yeah.
What you was saying, Rock? Free wings?
That's what I'm saying. They was giving out like free wings and free food at Detroit games, dog.
You feel me? Like, bro.
He went over there. You know what I'm saying? Kate Cunningham looking like all NBA.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They got some good young pieces. They're gonna be good. And they did a lot of a lot of this without Jaden Ivey. So you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting to see like when they get him back in the fold. So
yeah, definitely so.
Nah, for real. Okay. Pop moving to the front office, man. You know what I'm saying? He's taking a step down from the sideline. We all love Pop. We done seen him, do some great things, coach some great teams, win some championships. I love that Duncan era, like that Spurs team. Who don't love that Spurs team? Yeah, they wasn't fun to watch, but they sure knew how to win games, man. So what's your thoughts and feelings on, Pop, stepping away from the sideline and heading up to the front office?
I thought it was time. I honestly, I didn't think he was gonna come back after he had that medical scare.
Facts.
Like, what was the reason to put the stress on yourself? You got to travel with the team daily. You got to coach these young niggas.
Word.
You got to coach these young niggas.
That's enough stress on this old man. You know what I mean?
That's definitely stress.
You got to deal with these young niggas doing
coach
stupid
these
shit.
YNs.
He don't got time for that shit
at all.
So you can see it already took a toll on him. Also, to me, it's like we knew he wasn't going to win another ship no time soon. Wemby's a generational player. Let's in the making. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
But it's like now he's just taking L's. So you only adding L's to your legacy.
Yeah.
So like, what is it really doing for you staying wise?
Right.
Like, sure, you can help them, but you can still help them from a El Presidente, El Jefe.
Yeah, word.
El Jefe.
That's
I
what
like
he said. He El Jefe now.
So I thought it was a good move. I thought it was timely. Get a new voice in there. Someone that's still gonna be at a pop tree. All his lineage is always good.
Very great.
You know what I mean? So
because Ime was under him. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't Tibbs under him too? Or was he under Doc?
Tibbs was under Doc.
Tibbs was under Doc.
Yeah. But he's got a few out there. Yeah. He's definitely got a few. We got Becky Hamlin. She's not in the league, but great coach. You know what I'm saying? So
like I said, I think they're gonna be in good hands. I think it was a good move without kicking him out of the organization too. Though he still got his hands on.
I think the Spurs could never kick him out.
They
just couldn't do that.
Yeah,
he got that red elbow back rollout.
I was gonna say that's kind of what I got from that vibe. Yep.
He got that red elbow back rollout. You know what I'm saying? But what's your thoughts on that?
Nah, I definitely like to see that for El Jefe. You know what I mean? I think Pop is the greatest coach. You know what I'm saying? I know like Phil Jackson got a few more titles than him, but like he really, you know what I'm saying, put together some teams and like system. Like he was able to build some players, kind of like do what you want to see a coach to do, maximize like what you have. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got superstars or some of these guys he done made into superstars or they was in his system, so it made them into superstars. It just was a great fit for, you know what I'm saying, for like Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, like maybe Parker, but Ginobili, we don't really know if he's anywhere else, if it's gonna like work the way it did, but it did with Pop. But like definitely glad to see him, and you know what I'm saying, he had that medical scare, so it's good that the organization's sticking by him and not just like get well, old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah, like they, you know what I mean? Because his basketball mind and IQ is still out of this world. So he's definitely going to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that they get guided in the right direction.
Absolutely. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Pop, man. We glad you staying in the organization, but we going to miss you on that sideline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You brought Draymond to tears. I ain't never seen Draymond like that.
Ain't no better halftime report than when they talk to Pop.
Pop, right?
Yeah.
Playing like shit.
Need more defense.
Need more defense. Word. That's his shit. Okay, man. Moving on. I threw this in here. You know, Rockets and Clippers get eliminated in their game 7. Let's start on the Clippers first. What's your thoughts on that Game 7 and, you know, I guess their future?
Sheesh. How you want to approach this?
Listen, man. Good game, bad game, win, lose, or draw. I'm with James and I'm with the Clips as long as he putting on the Clips jersey. Yeah, he didn't show up. It's tough to say this shit, bro. It's so tough, but it is what it is, dog. Like it really is. Like it sucked. Like I was screaming at the TV, like shoot, like bro. I don't care if you go 2 for 2. I don't care if you have a Apollo game, 8 for 25, man. Like I need you to do something. But watching him for years, you know, I already knew he was. I wouldn't say checked out, but you know what I'm saying. Like he you know, he said fuck it. You know, shit wasn't working, so he just went with the flow and played the game, you know? What's y'all thoughts on it, man? I know I gave a little long soliloquy on it, but
I mean, I feel like the people wanted to hear from you.
Yeah. Do they really?
Especially on this, you know what I'm saying, on this one in particular.
You lead the charge, brother.
You got this one.
I mean,
I think you said it all, dog.
You listen, word. They slipped up. They fucked up. I want to give credit to Russell Westbrook and Aaron Gordon. They played outstanding, and they still playing great. You know what I'm saying? So,
yo, bro, you're talking like it's like a funeral right now.
Nah, I'm just saying, you shoot 42%, bro. 42%, that's his greatest percentage all time.
Nah, it definitely
like,
is.
dog played his heart out. And you know what I'm saying? You know, when he's playing bad, we laugh and we chuckle. And, you know, you point the finger, but I'm here to say, brother, great fucking series.
I'm here to say, brother.
Great series, bro. I can't, you know what I'm saying?
His ass off.
He played his ass. You saved Jokic, bro. You saved Jokic from being the memes, but shouts out to you and AG. Y'all definitely was balling.
James.
James.
To me, it's just. Well, the numbers don't lie. I got these numbers here.
Yeah,
I'd be amiss if I didn't address this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Go ahead.
The 54 games with less than 5 field goals made is crazy.
Yeah.
In a playoff career, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I hear you.
26 games with more turnovers than points is crazy. These are crazy numbers from an all-time scorer. So to me, it's
All-time great.
to me, it's just like, so is he just not that guy? Are we okay saying that now? Because I mean, there's some guys who are great, but they just aren't like Vince Carter. You know, we like Vince Carter, but he wasn't great when it mattered.
You trending down a crazy line right now. Chill out.
I'm just asking, like,
you know what I'm saying? VC the homie.
When do we start saying like he's not him, or it might be done for him?
Why are we saying that?
Well, because based off these numbers, these 54 games that I was speaking on, and the 26 that I just brought up. Those games.
He is playing in the best league in the world.
Those are 54 playoff games?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
It happens.
Wait, 54 playoff games, more turnovers than points?
I could see that.
I mean, more turnovers. Was it more turnovers than
26 games, playoff games with more turnovers than points. He's had 54 playoff games with 5 field goals.
I mean, with
less.
the ball in your hand, 90%.
like made?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, ain't no excuse for that. Ain't no excuse for that.
I was gonna say.
Ain't no excuse.
I know
for that.
he's a free throw guy, but shit.
Yo,
he's getting no more free
I ain't
throws.
gonna beat a dead horse. I'm not gonna get it all into the James Harden debate right now. You know what I'm saying? I think personally, I think the Clippers overachieved this year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When I look at them at the beginning of the year with that roster, I didn't think that they would be the number 5 seed or 4 seed number 5 seed in the West.
I'll give you that as well.
Yeah, I think they made some good moves at the deadline, but even still, it never really like moved the needle for me per se. Mm-hmm. I know my man's over here had them going through the roof, but I think they overachieved, and they lost to a better team. They lost to, you know what I'm saying, the best player in the league, and a guy honestly that they shouldn't have given up on in Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's in the best situation.
Well, he is. No, he landed. He definitely landed on his feet. You know what I'm saying? He definitely jumped off the building, landed on his feet. But in terms of like the Clippers, I don't think they should have let him go, because then you see like they needed somebody with like an engine, somebody with like a motor. Like Kawhi is super laid back. James to a default he's super laid back. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even to a default. Like, he's super laid back as well. Like, he's one of those, like, fuck it, it's off. It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean?
There's no vocal killer over
there. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's not nobody who's gonna, you know what I'm saying, put that pressure on other teams consistently enough. So, you know, they definitely fucked up on that. But, you know, they overachieved. They well coached Ty Lue. You know, Steve Ballmer, he's a good owner. He makes shit happen for them. He's flying fans out. He's doing all he can.
He'll buy you a ship if he could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got him a new stadium. He's doing all he can. He's doing all he can, man. They got to, you know, put together a better roster. But I think they overachieved.
I think the way this roster played this year, like you said, they did overachieve.
Yeah, I think so.
And the last, I want to say 15, 20 games of the season,
they
had me believing. I didn't want the Lakers to have to see them because I was like, the way Kawhi is playing right now, out of his mind. So there wasn't really, James Harden was being a good, you know, co-pilot, but at the same point, it never, like you said, it never moved the needle for me either that much because I was like, how much will James eventually do for them?
Yeah.
So I don't know where they go from here because I felt like the way this roster ended up playing, what else can you really ask for them? You know what I mean? So you got to make some movements if you're not.
Not really. You could keep it.
You can't come back with that same team and think that it's going to get you to a championship if you didn't get there the year before. And you got a bunch of older guys. It's not like you got younger guys who are going to go get like super better. Like these guys, they are who they are. Mm-hmm. You know, they're going to come in probably more polished. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they do a few things like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like their physical aspect of the game. But I don't think you could come back with the same roster and think that you're gonna get better.
I disagree. I know
you do.
I mean, I think you could keep the roster around. It's like
because your best players get older.
We just judge on what's happening now. You know what I mean? We don't, like you said, they overachieve. You know what I mean? What's to say is they don't possibly get to the Western Conference next year. They've learned from this. Maybe they add a couple pieces in the summer. You know what I mean? I don't think you give up now. You know what I'm saying? And just throw the chips in.
But if you add a couple pieces, that's a different roster then. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you
still building.
Yeah, but I don't I'm saying like if they come back with the same 12 guys.
I doubt they're coming back with the same 12.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No NBA team really comes back.
Because in the West, you're 2 losses away from being number 2 or number 8. You know what I'm saying? In the play-in. You know what I mean? You could miss the playoffs and have won, you know what I'm saying, 48, 50 games in the West. So it's like I don't think they can come because they're not gonna pause. I don't think they're gonna come back with the same team. Because they're not gonna catch teams by surprise anymore either. Like it's not gonna be no shock. Like okay, the Clippers we really gotta play tonight. It's not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? They usually go like that. You watch teams have success, but then the next year it's like they're not catching everybody by surprise anymore. Like we know what to expect out of them.
But I do get you to the point of like the key piece is overachieved, so it's like why are we gonna let them go right now?
You feel me?
Norman Powell's balling out. You know what I mean? He had a season out of his mind. You probably want to keep him. You know what I mean? Kawhi, we saw what Kawhi can do when he's healthy. Obviously, you know, James Harden's up and down, but he's James Harden. You're not just going to let him go.
Facts.
And Zubac also balled out too. So, like, again, that's another play. So, right there, that's like 4 players that you're just not going to go from that are solid from this season. So, I get you. I get you to that point, too.
You feel what I'm saying?
But the rest of them niggas. You
know what I mean? You can shake
that up.
You can
shake that shit up.
I'm not gonna lie. You might be able. It might sound crazy. You might be able to shake Norman Powell if it's for the right ticket.
For the right ticket.
I'm not opposed to that either. You know what I mean?
If it's the right situation. If it's for, you know what I mean, a nigga that's 26, 27,
like a Zach LaVine.
Yeah, see you later.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, see you later.
I like the ability, but I don't like the availability.
Oh,
yeah, I mean that's another Kawhi situation.
True.
You know,
right.
You got 2 injury-prone niggas now.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's definitely a fact. But let's move on. Let's move on to the Rockets, man. They was a 2 seed. They played the Warriors. Warriors was 7 seed, and they were what? I want to say they were up 3-1, weren't they?
Who? The Warriors? Yeah, they were.
The Warriors were up 3-1, actually. And
they were.
You know, the Rockets made it interesting, took it to Game 7, but ultimately crashed at the end. And Stephen, you know, Dre and Jimmy Butler pulled it out. So, you know, what's your thoughts on the Rockets? You know, are they looking trendy, or do they gotta shake the tree and make some moves and maybe switch some things up?
That's the thing. I like what they have. I think they're a piece away. They're definitely a piece away. I thought Jalen Green was going to take another jump in his growth.
Facts.
Where he didn't really do anything besides that one game where he had that 38. So
got to show up, brother.
He's got to show up. He's got to do more. He can't be in the under 15 area for them to win.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And Thompson took the step up. You know what I mean? But it's like at the same time he took the step back. And then like some games you got Fred VanVleet. Like they just never had a.
They don't have a
guy.
Yeah,
and I think that was their biggest issue.
Yeah.
It's like there was always somebody. Sengun seemed like the guy a lot of games, but as we saw when he had to do the game winner. You know what I mean? Can you really rely on him to win your games like that?
Yeah.
In the going to the post like that?
He rushed that shit.
Yeah, like you ain't Joker.
Exactly.
He's baby
not yet.
Yeah, he's not yet. Don't get disrespectful.
But sometimes for young guys too, like they gotta experience like that. What it takes to get there and lose, you know what I'm saying, to really like put that pain in, and then you know what I'm saying, maybe become that guy. But I think the Rockets, I mean, same thing. I think they're like a guy away. Like you know, like they need the guy.
Jalen Green.
I don't believe. But the thing about Jalen Green is
flip him.
He still has a lot of growing to do.
That's how I feel too.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I still feel like he's figuring it out. You know, early in his career, he's in like his like 5th year, but this is like his 3rd or 4th coach or something like that. So this is first time in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And the playoff, like we done seen some of the all-time greats have shaky playoff situations. I'm not saying that he is the guy, but you know what I'm saying? Like you flip him to get what? Like I don't believe in putting all these guys in like a situation and a package to try to bring in a superstar like Giannis or something. I don't think Giannis is the answer for them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody becomes available KD. and they could go grab. But I mean, how much you got to give up though?
You might not have to give up too much now. You might not.
You're gonna have to give up something. You're probably gonna. You're gonna have to.
Stock is not. It's not
that high. But you're gonna have to give up Fred VanVleet because of the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They drafted Reed Shepard like last draft. So I
wouldn't give him up.
Nah, I wouldn't give him up either. But you're gonna have to give up. You're gonna have to give up him. You're probably gonna have to give up Easton, and you're probably gonna have to give up Jabari Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's a lot. You know
that is.
Or if you're not gonna go that way, they're gonna make you go give away the real root of the team. You know, the Thompsons, or they gonna make you try to give up a Jalen Green.
Yeah, they're gonna try to gut that team.
They're gonna try to rip it apart.
I would give Jalen Green up.
I know you would. But you'd have to
for KD.
Based off the way he played, they gonna ask you to package that with somebody.
I mean,
it's not gonna be alone, and that's gonna gut the team. You know what I mean?
I mean, but if you look at KD's
first round, second round,
KD got to go somewhere.
First round, second round pick. What you want?
That's it. Bag of chips.
KD got to go somewhere where he's not like the vocal point. He goes to Houston.
He's not the vocal point.
No, but he will. Yes, he will be, bro.
He will
yes,
not.
he will. Once they bring KD
he's
in,
just
bro,
a plug-in,
everybody. Bro. So who's the guy? So who's the vocal point of the team?
He's the what gets them over the hump.
Yeah, nah.
But their vocal guy could be Fred VanVleet.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what you do. I don't think. Nah, you gotta plug somewhere KD in where he's not. Where he's I mean, he's KD, so the expectations gonna come with it. But you gotta kind of plug him in somewhere he could just hoop. Not you're asking him to come in and lead these young guys to the promised land. He hasn't been doing that. So why we think he can flip the switch now?
He got that pop in him. He don't want to teach these young niggas.
Exactly.
He said, y'all know what to do. Let's be all grown.
He want to go somewhere where niggas is already ready. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, ready now, why wait?
He ain't got time for, he love a good system and shit. He don't got time for shitty basketball. You know,
so why can't we have the same thing, you know what I'm saying, for James? I'm just saying.
Nah, but it's different.
Why can't he be around the same situation?
It's different, bro. It's different.
Okay,
it's
cool.
different.
I'm just asking. I don't want to get into it. I was just asking.
You
know what I'm saying?
Let's not.
You saying we gotta make this all nice and pretty for KD, but listen.
Yeah, but
KD's a champion.
And
that's
who
really
carried him? But KD's not.
He was MVP, wasn't he?
KD.
Who carried him?
Nah, but if KD
ain't seen a final since when?
That's come on. But at the same time, if they didn't have KD, they probably would have never been back to the finals.
Yeah,
they might have went back, but they wouldn't be Bron.
They did.
Okay,
they definitely did.
Okay,
they did. Nah, they definitely did.
Just KD was on that team.
Nah, he wasn't. But that don't mean that they would have beat Braun. They beat a young Celtics team. The opponent matters too.
You said they ain't never been back since KD.
Steph has the edge over Braun.
And Steph got an MVP.
In the finals because of KD.
Yeah, because of KD. Okay. And because Kyrie got hurt that first one.
Didn't they beat Braun without KD?
But Kyrie got hurt though. Let's keep it 1,000.
They didn't
let's keep it 1,000.
It's not like they never beat them and then KD came.
Nah. But let's not act like
1-1. And they upped the ante by grabbing KD.
Let's not act like Kyrie wasn't hurt.
Kyrie left his kneecap in game 1.
Exactly.
Cool.
Dellavedova was out there playing for his life, getting IVs after the game.
And there was no Kevin Love. That changed everything.
Listen, y'all got all the excuses when it comes to so-called the third or second greatest player in the game. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get it done. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get it done. You know what I mean?
L is an L. I can't deny that. L is an L.
But great season for the Rockets. We hope y'all keep it going. And yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the Thompson twin. Dude's amazing.
Yeah, he can play. He definitely can.
They got a couple ballers.
Yeah, so they might give it. I mean, I could kind of see them getting rid of Jabari just because they got Thompson, they got Easton. I don't know how high they are on Cam Whitmore, but they got like 2 other wings that they could potentially like look to keep, and then you still got Dylan Brooks as well that they threw a little bit of pape to. So they got some guys that play like that, that wing spot. So that could be an interesting piece. I just don't know who that piece is for them solely.
We'll see
I just don't know.
We'll see this summer if they work to it.
Maybe they go get Trae Young. I don't know. That means you give up all your point guards and shit like that and some picks. I don't know. I really don't know who would beat it. And I only say that because he's a scorer, somebody that you could go to late in the game that could work pick and roll him and Şengün. And then you got the defenders to put around him.
You said Trae Young?
Yeah,
that would be tough in Houston.
I would say that could probably be the guy because what you could put around him, you could put.
He would help Jalen Green too.
Yeah, you might have to give him up. You might have to give up Jalen Green for Trae.
Well, fuck it, he's gone.
Yeah,
see you later.
Yeah, for Trae, see you later, bro. See you later. See you later. He like,
you gotta do what you gotta do in that situation.
Yes, sir. Feel me? Switching gears.
If that shit happens, Ime, I need a job, my nigga.
Listen.
Dog.
I can see that though. I can see that.
I don't mind that fit. I don't.
I can see that. You could give a Van Fleet, even young boy. It'd probably be. I mean, I know Reed Shepard is young, but you could probably even ship him too, just because like Trae Young. I mean, Reed, we're hoping that you're good. We know Trae is good.
That's very true.
I'm saying,
hold him in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? You don't
I mean, if you're gonna give up Jalen Green and some picks, then you gotta let us keep Reed. I don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. It's interesting. It's definitely
hold that down.
It's definitely interesting. But I think somebody gotta go get Trae.
Yeah, I mean
someone gotta say that, man.
Yeah, somebody gotta say that, man.
Yeah, because
somebody gotta say
wasteland for the wasteman.
Yeah.
You feel me? But moving on, man. Moving on to the second round games, man. Look, whoo. Celtics, you know what I'm saying? They blow that 20-point lead. Game 1 last night. You know what I mean? To the Knicks. Knicks come back and win in overtime. So, is this a bad sign for the Celtics, or this was just a bad game?
Bad game.
Bad game. Bad game. I'm not gonna. We can't gas it.
I'm gonna say bad sign. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Yeah.
Because they live and die by the 3. That's their memo.
Yeah,
so
but we saw
if you can hold them to miss 33 threes, you ain't gonna get them to miss 45. So it's gonna chip down 25, 33. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're getting at.
But even on that note right there, if you get them to miss 33, if they miss 33, and I'm not in agreement with it, so I don't want niggas to think I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah.
Shooting 63.
I say he loved the 3-point shot.
But if you shoot 60, if you shoot 63s and you miss 33, you make 27 threes. You're winning the game by 30 at that point.
That's what you think.
No, they are, bro. 27 threes?
That's a lot of fucking threes.
What they hit last
That's like 70-something points right there. If I'm correct, that's like 71 points.
I mean, you still got to score over 110.
No, but
that's what I'm saying.
But like, if they missed 33 last night, they blow the Knicks out.
You said if they make.
If they missed. Because they missed 45.
Oh, you're saying, yeah.
So if it was 33 misses instead of 45,
I get what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. I get that game.
They would have won that game.
Maybe.
So it's just like, I mean, and this little shit down the stretch, like Tatum can't sell. He sold last night in the fourth. Yeah, he sold in the fourth. You got that Brunson matchup. You gotta go. you got to get downhill. You got to get to the mid range or something. Niggas mid range game is damn near automatic, like no bullshit. So you
post game,
like you can't sell down the stretch. It comes, you know what I'm saying? It comes down to you, All NBA, best player. You got to make it happen. But I think the Celtics lost it more than, you know what I'm saying, the Knicks. Celtics haven't lost to the Knicks all year this year. You know what I'm saying? You beat them 4 straight times. So you know how it goes in sports.
Y'all say regular season don't matter. Playoffs.
Nah, but I'm saying team gonna get you.
That's your favorite line.
Team gonna get you once. You beat a team 4 straight times, 5 straight times. It's gonna be that time when they get you. It was never gonna be a sweep. I had Celtics in 6. I still stand by that. Mm-hmm. I think they're gonna be good. They're gonna bounce back.
And you think they'll win game 2?
Yeah, I think they'll win game 2. I'm gonna go out and it might sound crazy. I'm gonna say the Celtics is gonna win game 2 and 3.
Okay. That's good because we won't be. They'll play before those 2 games before we get to.
I think they definitely win game 3. The Celtics are a road team. You know what I mean? They do better on the road than at home. So I think, and so are the Knicks.
Are they the Knicks? If they're a road team, are they really a Celtics team?
That's a great question.
Yeah, they're a champ. That means they're a championship team because you got to win on the road. You got to win on the road.
Great Celtics teams win at home.
Where did they win at home court? Where they win the chip last year though?
That's cool, but I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying, like when they win the chip last year.
You know, you coming on to this side, you got the history. They win at fucking home.
Yeah, but
Magic
to win
happens at home.
To win a championship, you have to win on the road.
I agree with you.
So I'm not because they're gonna win a game off of at home just off the energy of the Garden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, if it's ever a game 7 in the Garden, them motherfuckers got it. Just because it's like, you know, except for when Braun went up in there. That's the only time.
Yeah. Braun was shutting that shit down.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only time. But Braun's, you know what I'm saying, in Cancun right now. So
damn, you had to do all that.
I love Braun, dog. I've been watching Braun since I was in 3rd grade, guys. But you know, it is what it is. Season straight though. We'll be all right. We'll bounce back. Tatum he'll be better next game.
He has to.
Same for you?
Yeah, of course. Because I think the Celtics
win game 2.
Yeah, I think they should win game 2. I think they're gonna be angry. They're gonna want to bounce back. Just the arena itself is gonna be rocking because I know Celtics Nation is gonna be tight just at that loss like that. So I think they can win the next game.
Scorching.
They definitely win in game 3. But this happens. This happened once before in the regular season. They shot a bunch of threes. They missed them, and everyone was like, "Is this a problem with the Celtics?" Yeah. A few games later, bounce back, and you know it's what they do.
They're always good for a game like this in the series.
It is.
So by the next time we're in the studio, they'll be up 2-1.
Yeah, they'll be up 2-1.
I would say
possibly up 3-1.
No,
because they might play that Monday before we come in.
I'll definitely say 2.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? They play every other day.
So they'll be Thursday, then Saturday, and then Monday.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. So they'll be up 3-1, ready to close the series. So when we coming in,
you know I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm gonna take the Knicks in 7. I would definitely say it's a bad game from the C's. You know, if I wanted to be petty, I'll say it's a bad sign. But I'll say it's a bad game. Their playing style, they shoot threes. They you know what's crazy? They play just like the Rockets, bro. You feel me? The Rockets when James was running, all they do is shoot threes, bro. They play a little bit better because they could play an inside out game. They do a little bit different things, but
more talent too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was gonna go crazy, but you absolutely right.
Triggered that man
around the team in general. Yeah, but yeah. So I think it's just a bad game. Will they win game 2? Shit. I think they will. Going down 2-0 is that's going to be a bad sign.
At home too?
Word. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they'll definitely win game 2. And game 3 for me is a toss up. You know, listen, I think the Knicks going to get let's just say that. I think the Knicks going to get game 3 at their house. Saying the first game back home, and it's gonna be lit in the Garden as always.
Nah, it definitely is. It's gonna be
it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit inside and outside the Garden until the game is over, and they're gonna be upset. And you're gonna see Spider-Man and all that shit on Instagram. He's gonna be upset. Yep. all the niggas gonna be angry as hell. Talking about fuck Boston. Unfortunately, it's how it's gonna go. I can't. Yeah. I just don't see the Knicks being able to keep this up. The Celtics played a horrible game. Horrible game, and they won by 4.
But the Knicks didn't play incredible neither.
So far, but not as bad as the Celtics stars played. Like Brunson was still Brunson.
He's going to be that every game.
Tatum was not Tatum.
But I think Brunson.
Brown was not Brown.
Nah, that's fact.
From the 3-point line.
Brunson was Brunson. Brunson had he had the moments when Al Horford switched on him, and it's like I had said, it's not always about being great the whole game. It's about having great moments, and he had the moments because he was 9 for 23 from the field. You know what I'm saying? But he was 3 for 5 from the trade ball, or it might have even been a little more than that he had hit, especially in that fourth quarter. He had those moments that was, you know what I'm saying, big time. Because I mean, outside of that, he didn't really 9 for 23 isn't a good game
at all.
That's Mr. Clutch, Mr.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, he definitely not. I'm not taking that away from him at all. Like, he definitely held it down for him.
That's the scariest player to bet on in the league, right there,
bro.
Yeah, he definitely
got to wait all game for him to hit a parlay for you.
Listen, he gonna get it though, and I'm gonna say, since y'all say it's gonna be 3-1, I'm gonna say it's gonna be 2-2.
Okay.
By the time we come back,
that's fair.
Okay. So moving on to our next series. Well, before we move out of the East, Cavs and Pacers play tonight. As we're recording. The Pacers stole game 1. Not a big fan of the Pacers, man. And I got the Cavs winning in 6, but not a big fan. But what's your take on the series? What you got them winning in?
Who?
Cavs or Pacers? Who you got winning the series?
I got Indiana. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Indiana's another team that's, first off, they're well coached, and their system just seems to work for them. And if the Cavs don't get healthy, like we look at the game tonight, you got Evan Mobley out, you got DeAndre Hunter, who was a big, mid-season acquisition, and you got Darius Garland out. So you got 3 of like your top 5 guys, in my opinion, at least, out for the game. And that forces other guys to, step into key roles. It forces other guys to defend. Like you see, I was watching another game. Ty Jerome, he couldn't defend a soul. Like it's hard for him out there. Like
it's gonna be.
Yeah, Max Strus, the other D Wade, the white D Wade.
Yeah. But I think what's his name had a crazy game as well. I don't think he'll be playing like that all series. Naismith.
Naismith?
Yeah,
he was balling out of his fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? So there was things that came into play.
I mean, they're a team that they've been at this point, they've been further than the Cavs have because, so they run last year. So I just think with that, Nembhard's balling out of his mind. Like, I just think they got more going for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And without Mobley there, I look for somebody like Siakam to have a big game tonight. So I'm gonna go with the Pacers.
But you're acting like Jared Allen ain't down there.
Nah, I understand that, but you know what I'm saying, Siakam is a lot to deal with.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
And Jared not what he used to be to me. He's not the defensive anchor he was before.
True.
Mobley is the defensive anchor. So if you don't have Mobley, you got a problem.
Yeah, and then you got Miles Turner kind of pulling him away from the basket at times.
Exactly.
So you can kind of open that up for Siakam. So I would say the Pacers winning this series in 6.
Okay. What about you, John?
See, that's my thing. It's kind of I want to lean Pacers, but I almost want to put the caveat in there.
If the Cavs don't get healthy,
that's exactly what I want to say because that's the Cavs' Achilles heel. They're never healthy. Garland always hurt, or Mitchell's hurt in these playoffs.
Sound like Quest, man.
And that's always what happens. So that's why I shy away from them. But talent-wise, I almost want to go with their team. I'm like, I feel like they had a good year. They peaked this year. Part of that should be them getting to the conference finals and then losing to the Celtics. Like, that's how I envision them. That should be their season to me.
The Cavs.
Okay. Yes. Now, but the Pacers, like you said, they're well coached. They have a great system. Halliburton runs the offense to perfection. Like, if he's going to play well and he's going to do his thing, I really don't see how they could lose that, especially if the Cavs don't get healthy.
Facts.
But I will say, I'm looking at the game right now. It is 27-15. Cavs.
Oh, Cavs. Okay.
Wow, they coming out.
That's all right. Nah, they definitely are.
They're coming out. That means Donovan Mitchell shooting well.
Yeah, things good for they're good for a run.
He's 3 of 9. It's early.
The way that they play, they like Indiana's so scrappy and play so fast that like they're like 2 or 3 minutes away from like a 12-2 run.
Hell yeah.
Or some
Hell
shit
yeah.
like that. So.
They got a lot of hitters on that team.
They're not appealing to me. I don't like
it's
them,
because,
bro.
It's because it's the market. It's Indiana,
it's like,
but
bro,
they play a style that is tough for teams to deal with. They rotate like a lot of bodies and kind of everybody kind of like fits. You know what I'm saying? Fits.
They're
in.
just good because they're in the East, bro.
Sick about it.
They're like. You can't hate when you're playing good basketball. They share the ball, but it's like, bro,
they do. And we say
burning that hitch ass jump shot.
That's a fact, but
it goes in.
It goes in.
I'm gonna respect it. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is I said this to myself, like as a coach, Halliburton fits my system.
Yeah, he does.
He fits my fucking system.
He does everything you need.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm saying me. Like if I'm a coach. He fits it. Like, that's the point. I love a point guard that's pass first. Like, Kyrie, it'll be hard for me and him to get down. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my shooters, I want my bigs involved. You know what I mean? So, it's like, but you can't hate. You know what I'm saying? So, but Halliburton, he's always going to get everybody involved. I come from the tree of Magic Johnson. Like, everybody be happy. You know what I'm saying? So, he fits my mold, but it's just, I don't like them, bro. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I might have to just... Maybe it's just a thing, but I don't know.
Nah, I'm in the same boat. I don't know.
Since Reggie left the Pacers, I've never liked the Pacers.
I've never cared about. I know that Paul George had a little era.
Fuck them.
I did root for Paul George when he had that little era.
Fuck them.
I did it, but I mean,
they were tough though.
Nah, because I was anti LeBron in the Heat. I was tired of them. So anyone that could fight LeBron, and he was the only one that was fighting in the East at that time.
Peasy was still in the league. I was Celtics heavy, boy.
And I don't know what happened since.
When he left, I left. When they trade Rondo, I'm leaving. I'm gone. And James just happened to be playing it. I said, this motherfucker right here. Oh, we rolling with dog. And from there, that's it. But moving on, man. Nuggets steal game 1, which is a shocker. I thought the Thunder had that one in the bag, man. So what do the Thunder have to do in game 2 to tie the series? Because they blew game 1. You know, they was up 11 with 4 minutes ago. My ass went to bed, said, yo, they got this. Woke up to Aaron Gordon game winner. Shout out to AG. But what does the Thunder have to do to win game 2?
Shit. Not lose the game, I feel like. I feel
Chet did smoke those free throws.
And I feel like there was a coaching decision that was made in the game with 10 seconds left. They're up 3, so they decide to foul, which I get it. So you don't get built, so you don't go to overtime, or you don't get beat by the 3. But I feel like it was way too early. Like you don't do that with 10 seconds left.
What do you say to when they got that play where Shea got the free layup and he's it's like 11 seconds.
Oh, the inbound.
He could have fake laid and went around, wasted time, got fouled, shot. Now it's a dead ball. You wasted a little bit more time.
But he also, he would have got fouled right away though if he didn't get the layup right away.
That's how I looked at it.
You know what I'm saying?
He was gonna have to shoot.
So he's gonna have to shoot. So what if he misses a free throw?
There was one following him, so the person that's maybe at half court would have had to catch him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the person might have been right behind.
He was right behind.
I know what you're talking about. They got the quick layup. They got the quick bucket.
Which is good, but I thought. You know, you might fake it and then pull up. You know what I'm saying? And then waste time.
But then there's other stuff that can go wrong too, though. Like you could dribble off his foot. Somebody could steal the ball.
That's what I thought about as well.
Somebody could foul him, and then he could miss a free throw. He could miss both free throws. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that could.
Well, that happened.
I know. But that's why I don't think that you should foul that early. Like, I get it, but you do that when it's like, I would say like 2 to 3 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure he ain't shooting. But I think they did that way too early. Then the Nuggets go and score. And Joker got back in the game.
Exactly.
Joker got back because he was out of the game.
From that foul. That's what I thought you was going to emphasize. Like,
he was out of the game.
It made Joker come back in the game once that foul happened.
So he came back in the game. But this motherfucker, Aaron Gordon, dog.
Big shot, AG.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and as long as you got Jokic too, though, 42 and what he
22,
had like,
6 assists. I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as
in the world,
as long as you got him, you got a motherfucking chance. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna, and then you got a nigga like Russ that is gonna give his heart out. You know what I'm saying? So like you got you got a chance. He's a matchup problem for everybody, but he definitely is a matchup problem for OKC because neither one of their bigs can stay with him because Hartenstein he'll face up against Hartenstein. And it seems like every time the motherfucker shoots, it goes in.
It goes in.
And then Chet's just not
too small.
Enough. Yeah, he's just too little. He's gonna bully Chet.
He needs some milk.
Yeah, does he? That boy do. Denver actually fares very well in this series. You might hate when I say this, Dean, but I actually think Denver gives them a better matchup than the Clippers. Yeah. I think they would have probably dog walked the Clippers, but I think Denver gives them like a good shot. You know what I'm saying? To see what's going on
because they can't stop the big.
Yeah, exactly.
The big is unstoppable.
Exactly.
To me, they really choked. You know what I mean? Because it's like you had the lead and they just kind of took their foot off the gas.
Absolutely.
And if you look at their shot selection, the shots they took, like it was really the offense was kind of clearing out. It's like, all right, Shay, you can shoot.
Go ahead.
You can shoot if you miss it. All right, whatever. So it's like J-Dub, you got to get active. You number 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can't have Chet shooting fucking threes and middies and shit. You're not the number 2 guy. J-Dub, you have been. We need 18 to 20 from you.
Absolutely.
All right, we don't need
Wasn't
16.
he an all-star this year?
I thought so.
Who, J-Dub?
J-Dub.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
But he's got to be consistent.
Oh, he's your guy
and this
too.
is not, yeah.
So far, and I think it's so far.
I heard you. Keep that energy.
So far, and I think it's gonna change because we're gonna talk about it probably for the next game. But so far, all the teams that have had rest dropped game 1.
Yeah. Okay, so who do you have winning this series and how many games? I'm gonna take Thunder in 7. Nuggets are playing. They're
playing out their mind.
Jokic coaching the team, nigga playing. So
I
can't undermine them right now.
I want to believe in Jokic because I believe in his game, but I do think that the way OKC is set up, they're set up to win. They're a better built team. They're deeper. I think the coach will make some adjustments and they won't take their foot off the gas the way they did last game.
They absolutely won't.
Because they can't do that again.
And how many games you think?
I'm gonna go 6. I'm gonna go 6 because I don't think AG Aaron Gordon's gonna save them like they did. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if they can get in that exact situation. Like look at all that had to happen for them to win that game. Do they have that 3 more times, 4 more times? I don't think so. So I'm going 6. OKC in 6.
I think he can do it.
I'm gonna go a different route. I'm gonna go Denver, and I think the series is gonna go the distance. And I'm only gonna go there because I feel like they got the best player.
That's fair.
And he's just he's a matchup problem. And also, but the thing that gets tricky with Denver is when Jokic go to the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? That's
it's
when
eat time.
Yeah, that's when it gets crazy. Not Golden State. OKC, they always. Obviously they got the deeper team, but like, how effective can those guys be in the playoffs as well? Like in these big moments.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to be interesting to see.
You saying for Denver?
No, I'm saying
OKC.
for OKC.
Okay. Oh, their guys.
Yeah, Denver has guys more
that are proven.
Yeah, exactly.
We know what Jamal Murray does in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He go up every time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He plays well home. Doesn't play really too good on the road.
Other than Caruso, they don't really have nobody off that bench that has super like playoff experience, like in those moments. So I'm gonna go Joker because I think he can dominate. But also Aaron Gordon, like he's a matchup problem too for them as well. Because you know what I'm saying, like sometimes they might go Lou Dart, sometimes they might go Jay Will, and he has the size and strength advantage over those guys. Chet, he has the strength advantage and the quickness to go by him.
Put him in a body bag.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, you know,
in the rim.
He needs some milk.
Chris Brown stepped into like that KCP role.
Chris Brown.
I thought he said that too. The running nigga? Running?
Nah, that's his name. His name's spelled Braun, but it's Brown.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
Hold it, white homie.
Yeah, white homie. Yeah, he stepped into that case.
From Kansas.
I was just talking about me. My man was just saying we about to go to that Chris Brown concert.
Okay.
It's about to be crazy out there.
Don't know when the nights became so complicated.
Yo, it's about to be insane. It's gonna be
Dogs.
a movie.
When
yeah.
is that concert?
August 25th.
Yeah, I might
It's at Fenway.
I might have to throw in a ticket.
I knew it had to be the Garden or something like that.
Yeah,
Fenway,
in August?
Yeah. It's outside. It's outside. You might have to go to that.
You know how to
Remember what I was saying about them sundresses? Woo!
Nah, for Chris Brown, they pulling out. They pulling out. They showing out. Yeah.
We need Niro gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So you got the Nuggets.
Yeah, I got the Nuggets at 7. I'm gonna go with Jokic.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't bet against the best in the world.
Yeah. What KCP said, he's LeBron with no athleticism. That's what he said about Jokic.
He's LeBron
they
with
said,
no
what's
athleticism.
the difference between Jokic and LeBron? He was like athleticism.
That nigga can't jump.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. This the main event right here. This is it right here.
Yeah,
Wolves versus Warriors. I am on a fuck YN tour. You feel me? For real, because Rock just ignited that shit. You know, for real. I am not on Anthony Edwards' side at all. But the Wolves and Warriors start their series tonight. Who you got winning game 1? We're gonna go game 1 and game 2.
Game 1, who's home?
Wolves.
Wolves
is up.
I'm going Wolves. Wolves winning game home.
Okay.
I think they might not get a game until they might get back to. Yeah, actually I don't know, because Jimmy coming back to the Wolves. You know what I mean?
Getting disrespectful, bro.
Excuse me, I shouldn't have said that about Jimmy. That's my bad, Jim. But I do think Anthony Edwards is on a kill mission. Like
he is.
He's the Randy Orton of the league.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's a legend killer. Okay, and Steph is next on the list.
Okay,
so
the same Mortal Kombat, my nigga.
Unfortunately, that's how it's got to go. He on the list.
Listen,
gotta get that nigga on.
This is where the ladder stops.
We got business to handle.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey man, you know I'm going with the Wolves, man. I'm going with AE, man. I ain't going against my guy. I got them winning the series in 6. I think they're gonna win the game tonight. I had all that Jimmy coming back, but Jimmy's actually only played there probably like 2 or 3 times since he had left from there. Like,
what that got to do with anything?
And he don't want that pressure.
Okay,
come on.
You Minnesota ain't known for
young
no fan
niggas
presence.
fold,
like, we ain't. You see,
young niggas in the league fold, man.
Like we was just bringing it to the smoke to everybody. It's not. I mean, Jimmy we ain't gonna shy away from the Butler. We gonna show him why. We gonna clean up the Butler and show him why that's what Butler is supposed to do.
Senior citizen Brown.
You know what I'm saying? And these are some more senior citizens as well. Compared to with NBA, this is a young man's game. It is, bro. It's a young man's game, bro. And I'm going with them young, hungry Wolves, man.
Okay.
I think they got a chip on their shoulder. And like I said earlier, I think that they're similar to Houston as far as defensively. Yep. But I think the difference is they have a guy. You know what I'm saying? That they could. I don't
think there's no one checking Steph like what is it? Amir Thompson?
Nah, they're not checking them. But
I'm saying it's different when it. I don't know. Ime had the little like Quest was saying. Ime had the sauce to really. Even though Steph went off some games, cause I looked at that box score and it's like, he's talking about.
Nah, he's definitely going. He's going to go off.
I get what he's saying. Yeah. It's the shooting percent,
but Steph is a guy. He runs off a lot of screens, so sometimes it's not even really about the one-on-one defense. It's really just about like switching off that screen or like just making the shot as
what I'm
tough
saying
as you
is,
possibly can for him. That's all you can do. Right?
When a shooter comes from playing a team that was so tough on him, he comes out and I feel like he's gonna be great in this series. He ain't gonna stop this man.
But they got a guy though. They got a guy that can close.
I feel you. I hear you. They got a guy. His name is Ant-Man. Yeah, I get it.
If Houston had a guy, like if Houston had Ant-Man, they win that series.
Oh, agreed. 100%. I agree with that. But the thing is that
remember what we said? He doesn't make people better.
Yes, he does. Don't do that.
Steph is gonna have a good game. To your point. When he was getting killed last game. They were holding him, grabbing him. He couldn't even get around screens or move. And he had a bad hand. They're hitting his hand every time. So it's like
I don't see that happening with Coleman.
That's not that. It's not. It's definitely not. He's definitely gonna have more freedom to roam, and he's definitely gonna score a lot easier. I don't think Steph's gonna be the problem, but it's gonna be the rest of the guys.
The rest of the others,
show up.
as Shaq said,
Jimmy Butler.
Not even necessarily Jimmy. It's the other guys.
Like Buddy Hield.
Just came off of 33.7 game 7.
I never could say homie's name.
Presmoonsky?
Yeah.
Brendan. We can call him Brendan.
Yeah, Brendan.
Brendan.
You know what I'm saying?
PB.
Like with Brendan. You know what I'm saying? Kevon Looney, who we was talking about last episode.
He's gonna have to play this series.
He's gonna have to play this series. You know what I'm saying? So it's really gonna be up to them other guys. Buddy Hield, who that just was like unexpected from. But Buddy Hield's so inconsistent though.
Yeah, he's just up and down.
He probably won't have another game like that, probably honestly, till like next season.
I doubt it.
Like he'll have good moments this series.
I doubt
he'll have
it's something with Jimmy being in that locker room.
Nah, he fuck with Buddy, but
It's something with Jimmy in that locker room that's gonna make me feel like he's gonna continue to play. Will he get 33? No, but a nice 15 tonight would be awesome.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I feel like the Timberwolves are gonna we got to take that away.
Yeah, and we're hoping for a Buddy Hield 15. Like we know McDaniels can give us 15 on this against this team. You know what I mean? I don't know. You don't think he can get? That's a hope. You don't think he can get 15?
That's hope.
I'm sorry. If Buddy Hield has to, if we're gonna lose because Buddy Hield is gonna beat me.
Shit! I said game one. Yeah, right. If we're gonna lose to Russell Westbrook shooting crazy, and look what the fuck happened. So be easy.
Nah, but that's different though. That's different. That's different. That's different because Russell Westbrook could beat you. Could win the game without just shooting the basketball. Buddy Hield has to shoot the basketball. Russell Westbrook has shown up in more moments than Buddy Hield. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. What I'm trying to say.
But Buddy's having his time right now. Don't compare.
He's had a game. It's not a time.
Had a series, though.
Yeah, bro. Westbrook has a career of doing it.
I'm living in the moment,
He's having a career of doing that.
I like Buddy. Shout out the Bahamas and all that. But like, I need the nigga got to be way more consistent than that for me to be like, okay, Buddy Hield's a factor now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This the same nigga that almost lost it. What when they subbed him in? And he missed the shot. Cool. It's that same nigga. Like let's not act like that's not him.
It's okay.
So
mishaps happen.
They do. It's a miss and make league, right? That's what they say.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like they need a lot. The Warriors need a lot more to go well.
Yeah.
Than the Wolves do.
Really?
Yeah, because I think.
So who would you say is the X factor in this series?
In this series, I would say Nas Reed.
That's a great one.
And Jaden McDaniels. Yes. When those two guys play well. It's just really, really tough to beat them, and I think they're both capable of doing. I think Jaden Daniels is really kind of finding his zone, like finding his way into the league of being like a really good player.
Yeah,
and he plays on both ends.
I think it's Draymond if he can hold it. For me, if he can hold his emotions, but also use his defensive greatness to sometimes guard Ant, sometimes push Gobert out there. It makes it tough on the Wolves. So. He's someone I would say in shit.
Yeah, and you know it's gonna be interesting to see too. You know it's gonna be interesting to see too.
Steph is the automatic.
The Warriors kind of have a similar like problem that the Lakers had, where like rim protection.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I think the Warriors are better like on ball defenders.
Yeah,
than LA was, but like the lack of rim protection is definitely could be something that to bite you in the ass because Minnesota got guys that's gonna get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? So
but, I mean, if you put Kevin Looney in there, he should hold it down a little bit. They got that other kid. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. That other kid, are you gonna be able to play him for real though?
I don't know
because they're gonna target him.
I don't know. I just don't feel like
even with Looney. They're gonna target Looney. Can he guard?
And that's what I'm saying.
Can he guard?
The Wolves have so many dogs.
Target Julius Randle. Can he guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Sometimes he's somebody that could fit. I'm not saying now. I'm not saying he's gonna shut him down.
There you go.
I'm not saying he's gonna shut him down. But he's somebody that physically can match up with Jimmy Butler. Because where does Jimmy want to mostly score from? Mid-range and in the paint. And physically, he can match up. I'm not saying he's going to stop him, but he's somebody that you can put on him because he has the physicality to be there, meet him on the bump, right? Be there, bodying him up in the paint.
I agree. I agree with both. I think we both can be right.
He's not doing nothing.
You know what I mean? Because he's not doing anything with him. But physicality-wise, he can't match it.
That's what I'm saying.
He's one of the few people you're like, all right, he can kind of. He's not going to just let him drive through him.
Yeah, he's somebody that can't.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's going to shut him down. See, you're forcing it. You're making it seem like
that's what you spilling.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what you spilling, bro. It's like, dog.
I just say physicality-wise, I feel like he's somebody. Because Jimmy's not going to. Jimmy's game's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. His game is I'm gonna get to the spot. I'm gonna body you. Like I'm gonna get my shoulders low, get by you, play off two. You know what I'm saying? Like his game is real. Like his game is real simple. It's super effective. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times it's hard for people to match him because of the force that he plays with. And Julius Randle, I feel like plays with that same force.
They're gonna be on the island.
I'm not saying he's as good. I'm not saying he's better. I'm not saying nothing.
Jaden McDaniels not gonna show up this year. I
know you're hoping.
Yeah, you're hoping he does. Yeah, but you're hoping on Buddy Hield. So that's why I'm like,
I know that's what I'm saying.
We got
Buddy's my man. He's always
unbelievable, bro. Now you're unbelievable.
It's crazy.
You really are.
It's crazy.
One of my favorite tracks.
So we got a sample size of 1 versus 6. So we'll take the 1.
Now you're unbelievable.
My favorite tracks are ready to die. It is what it is.
Now Buddy Hield. Okay.
I mean, I fuck with Buddy. I always did. You know what I'm saying? When he was at Oklahoma, but I mean, he found a team. You know what I'm saying, that respects his game and you know, I feel like he's gonna do his thing. Is he gonna score 25 points? No, but 12 to 15 is good.
They need that consistently from him, though.
I think it can happen.
And I think that's the things that they need to win. They need these things to win. So I think the Wolves have more ways to win.
We got to stop. The Wolves need Ant-Man to show up to win.
Yeah, but they also have a deeper team. They got Nas Reed coming up. If Nas can get 12 off the bench,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they have more options to score. It's really just Steph and Jimmy, and we're hoping on BP.
Yeah,
who we just gave a nickname to.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, we hoping on that nigga to show up.
Who's
and
BP?
Buddy.
Brandon.
And Buddy.
Brendan.
And Buddy now. You're hoping on Buddy. I'm not gonna wait on Buddy.
Kaminga. Moody.
I mean, the thing that the Warriors got going for them is their spacing and their system.
How you gonna shake it but not at Jaden McDaniels?
Because Jaden McDaniels is killing us. I watched him kill the Lakers last
year. And Jaden McDaniels plays both sides. But okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Buddy too. Here's the thing with Buddy too.
Why you keying in on Buddy like that?
Because now Buddy got a guard too. They will hunt him. They got guys like even you got Ant who
Randall
gonna get
to.
I think Randall could hold his own defensively.
More than Buddy.
Ant's gonna hunt him. Even DiVincenzo's gonna hunt him. We're gonna go hunt Buddy. Like same thing with Steph. Steph's gonna have to guard.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, like Steph's gonna have to guard, Buddy's gonna have to guard. Obviously Gary Payton's gonna have to guard, but Gary Payton's also gonna have to make a shot. Right? I think this series is gonna be a dogfight. It's 2 scrappy ass teams, but I'm going with the YNs, bro. I'm going with 6 of them things.
Yeah, I'm taking YNs.
You're unbelievable.
Now I'm unbelievable.
You're unbelievable.
And Edwards was your guy. Old episode. We got old episodes from the other show. Yo, when Ant really figure it out, it's gonna be scary. Word for word. In your crib. Word for word. That was it.
Yo, listen.
And now it's
I do recall a few weeks ago some Ant Edwards support too.
Yeah.
You was with him then too.
Nah, you and Quest was jumping me on that.
Nah, he's not fucking with Ant Edwards because of me. I'm making him hate.
Yeah, you making me don't like him. Because he, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? And he's better than big guys.
Nah, it's just his whole, I feel like his whole approach and energy to it, like his authenticity, like everything, like the shit that he comes with, like away from the game, personality wise, it's like, how can you not root for a nigga like that? No bullshit on dogs, like, you know what I mean? Like,
so it's kind of like when Lamar came into football. Like, how you don't like Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, like how you don't like this,
like how do you not fuck with this nigga?
Like this is like you talk about the culture. This is really our next best thing. You know? Like no boy, this is what John was supposed to be.
Yeah. On dogs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like how don't you young nigga like. When's the last time we seen a young nigga come in the league and been knocking off legends like this?
Shit.
Who would you say? Like Kobe?
Yeah.
Tatum?
No.
Tatum ain't get the chance to knock off.
Yeah,
he
wasn't knock off.
He was going against him, but he wasn't knocking him off. Not like this, bro.
No.
From Minnesota.
Well, he beat KD and Kyrie.
But Minnesota was a wasteland, though, bro. No, it wasn't. Dean.
It was.
All right, okay, bro. It was a wasteland, bro. And look what he did.
Cat got them better.
No, they had the number 1 pick with Cat.
You right.
So bro.
I can't even use that.
Jimmy left because he couldn't deal with that shit.
Yeah, but they had the number 1 pick. And Edwards been in the league
right.
5 years. He been to the playoffs 4 out of the 5 years.
Cool.
That's dog. You got to get a young nigga his, man.
I mean, let me see him get past Steph.
It's funny. It's funny because like if we reverse this and we put this on Tatum, niggas like, yeah, good Tatum, because Tatum.
I'm going, yeah,
right,
yeah.
But Ant does it. It's a problem.
No, because he ain't win a ring yet. Okay. And Tatum's first year, He went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I mean, but that's situation.
But that's because of situation. He had a good team.
That's always
situation matters.
I'm gonna agree. I concur, brother.
I concur, brother.
Because it's true.
Situations matter.
He played 8 seasons, been to the playoffs 8 times.
Yeah, situations matter. You know what I'm saying?
So you got them in.
I got them in 6.
And you got them.
I got them in 6 too. I got them in 6 too. I think the old niggas I don't think they can hold up.
Steph and the Warriors and I'm gonna say 7.
Yeah, I know. You got to.
Yeah, 7.
And if they gonna win it, it's got to be in 7.
I can think they could get it in 6.
They get it in 6.
Absolutely.
Wow.
The Wolves ain't that damn good. Okay. The Lakers don't got no center.
We don't.
They don't play no defense. It ain't hard to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Houston don't got no guy. They don't got no guy.
That's
Same
all it
thing.
is.
They don't got no center. They got a power forward that's really good.
But if
that's
you can
their
play
best
the fuck
player.
out of defense, you're gonna make a team struggle.
But you can still.
But at the end of the time,
all right, but does not. All right, but do the Timberwolves not play the shit out of defense?
They do.
Cool.
Exactly. So you just answered your own question.
They were the best defense in the league last year,
and they got a guy.
They were.
They got a guy. And they got a 4-time defensive player of the year.
Generational defender.
Say what you want.
Rudy.
Generational?
4-time defender player of the year is generational.
That doesn't mean he just got 4 defensive.
So if someone got 4 MVPs, what would we say? Yeah, give him some music.
I thought that was like the cash flow. Like, because it's definitely money time, nigga.
Nigga put the sad music on. We need that for the Harden subject.
Hey yo.
Now listen. Y'all gotta chill on Harden, dog. But like I said, man, they got more to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Ant got more to do, man. I got the Warriors in 7. So
we'll see how it plays.
Yeah, sir. Moving on. So moving on to our last question of the night of the episode. Who is the MVP of the playoffs so far? I have a feeling I already know where Roc gonna go with. Who you gonna go with?
I gotta go with Jokic.
Jokic?
I'm going Jokic.
Okay.
Jokic is my guy. The way he's dominated the game we saw last night, the 42 and 20. Like, come on now. And honestly, he's even though Aaron Gordon has hit a couple game winners, we know who the real leading man is of the team.
He's coaching the team.
You know, come on now. And Murray did step up to a little bit last series, but still, it's Jokic. Jokic is extremely dominant. I can't poo-poo that. That's my guy.
That's your MVP.
That's my MVP.
Yeah, you got him top greatest of all time and shit.
You know how I feel about Jokic.
Yeah.
Top 10 right now.
Of all time?
Well, 11 all time. I'll give him 11.
All time?
12 maybe.
All time? We gotta come on.
We're gonna do
an all-time episode to see if Jokic fit in there.
Well, wait. Do you put Wilt and all them? Are we doing like?
Hell yeah!
Like, see, all right. Jokic is better than Wilt.
Oh my God, John!
Like, and you talk about a nigga that didn't play niggas that are above our height. I can't do this.
Here. You know, you was doing a little bit.
There was 7 teams. 7 teams. Come on now, and nobody was above 6'9".
That don't
except
matter.
for Bill.
Wilt played when he had to play. You see, Bill Russell held him. They just didn't play as good defense as Bill.
I can't do that. I can't.
Are we serious?
I know he had 40 points a game.
He does the same thing as Jokic.
But he don't have no competition.
Bro, is that his fault?
Competition matters now.
It does, but that's not
If
his
I go
fault.
out there and kill a bunch of 7th graders, you going to be proud of me?
That's come on, he wasn't though. He was playing grown men.
They about the same height? Me to a 7th grader?
We're going to do an all-time episode. God. And we're going to see if Jokic fit in
have
there.
a fucking 3-point line.
We're going to see if Jokic fit in that all-time, but
he's got
who you got?
You know who I got.
Who you got?
Yeah, I already know. Yeah.
You know I got Ant. I wouldn't be wrong with Jokic though, because he's had more games in the playoffs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And what he did the first game against Golden. I mean, I keep saying Golden. Ever since KD went to Golden State from OKC, I always fuck their names up. Yeah. So now, you know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't be mad at Jokic, but I'm going with Ant because I really feel like his imprint and his energy, the aura, I feel like it don't lie.
I would go with Aaron Gordon. He's been big for them. Every time they need that shot, he's somewhere around catching the ball and letting it fly.
Yeah, he's been the most surprising.
Yeah, and he's it's not like he's scoring 10, 10, or 12 points. He's putting up 22, 20 and 18, and he's balling his ass off.
And this was his second game winner of the playoffs.
Yeah. The first one was an expected game winner, but pull up in transition was like, come on now.
He said he want to get Russ a ring. I respect it.
Also, outside of those game winners, he's also hit some clutch shots in games. He's hit some big threes, some timely threes where I'm like, no, why he shoot it? I'm like, oh shit, he got it. He got it like that now.
Word.
Okay. Yeah. And that was the one thing that would honestly change his game to a different level. Make him a shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I feel like we all can agree on Jalen Brunson as well, right?
Oh yeah.
You can't even knock that. You can't. Yeah.
As an MVP so far, yeah. So that's when we picked our one, and we all agreed on one. So
that's 1A right there.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
1A.
Yeah. I'm super proud of Brunson. The way he's amazing, bro.
100%.
And he's caught my eye in Dallas, and then when I was like New York, damn, him getting 25, I got to see that. And he's lived past my expectations, man. And I hope he gets a championship and they do it big in New York. Maybe not. Maybe this year, so my cousins can get it next year. But yeah, man, that's a wrap for episode 11, T3MU TV Sports Show, man. It was great having John back. He gonna be here more often, once I get what I need to get. But how'd y'all feel about today's episode?
It was good. It's good to get back. I think the energy was high too, because we hadn't had two fucking good basketball games in a long time.
Facts.
I mean, we get a shit one and a good one, or a blowout or something. So it's like the energy of the two good games, I feel like had us going today. So
Facts.
I felt like it was a good show.
Absolutely. What about you, Roc?
Yeah, I feel good, bro. Every time you know what I'm saying? I'm all about positivity, dog.
Okay,
so, you know
I see.
You don't have a bad day, yo.
At all.
Yo, it's always a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. In my opinion, you know what I mean? But now I feel like every time you know what I'm saying, we come here, do our thing, talk our shit, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a good vibe. I'm not gonna front. I'll be looking forward to it on Dogs.
Yes.
Like, on Dogs. That's why I was like, after the games ended last night, I was like, all right, word. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so I know we about to get back in that shit. We about to, you know what I mean?
Break it down.
Yeah. So definitely, bro. You already know.
It's only gonna get more spicy.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not. That's the wrong shit.
You feel me? But man, it's a wrap, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man, and see y'all next episode. Peace.